Hi, my name's David Cannell and I'm the owner of this website, My Reputation Repair. And I wanted to speak to you very briefly about reputation management and some of the things that you need to consider if you're thinking about hiring a reputation management company. The first thing that you need to consider in this 7-point list is the company that you're dealing with a reputable online reputation management company in itself, and has it been around for a while? I say this because there are lots of new companies that have entered the Australian market who are based offshore and are very new to the market. Here at our company, we've actually been doing this kind of work for longer than anybody else operating in the Australian market. You can go back years and see references to us in the media in relation to reputation management issues. You can look at Sky Channel Business News. You can see us discussed in the Financial Review, the Australian Business Weekly Review, in the Sydney Morning Herald, on the ABC radio, numerous interviews on the ABC radio. So this shows you that we've been around for a while. We know what we're doing. The media come to us to talk about these kind of problems and how they can be dealt with. We're reputable. Second thing that you need to consider is the company that you're dealing with, are they willing to come out and meet you face to face? Now, we're not saying that you actually have to do that, but are they willing to? The reason that I say that is because many of the companies, although they advertise in the Australian market and present themselves as Australian companies, are actually based overseas. American companies, UK companies, and some from Southeast Asia too. We're an Australian company, we're based in Australia, all our work is done in Australia, and I personally am happy to come out and meet you and discuss your job. Now, I know I've got a bit of an English accent, but I've actually been living in Australia for 30 years, so I'm an Australian citizen and we're an Australian company. The next thing you need to consider is the company that you're going to deal with, are they prepared to let you go on a month-by-month basis? In other words, you just pay 1 month at a time. You're not locked into a 6-month or 1-year contract. This is important because many of the reputation management companies, they try to lock you into a 1-year contract or a 6-month contract, and it's not performance-based. Here at our company, we say to you, look, go on a month-by-month basis. If you're not happy with results, if you're not seeing an improvement, if you're not feeling confident that we can get you the result and we can move forward with you, then don't go another month with us. Don't pay for another month. So, having said that, reputation management isn't easy. It's not a quick fix. It does take time. And most of our clients run campaigns for 2, 3, 4 months, sometimes 6 months, even longer. But nobody's locked in to a long-term contract. It's month by month. And that's something to really think about. Why would a company want to lock you into a 1-year contract? Now, I'm not saying they don't get results, but you think about it yourself. The next thing that you need to consider is when you get through to this company, are you speaking to someone who's actually a reputation management expert, who knows what they're talking about, who can understand your job, the technicalities of it, how complex it will be, how simple it will be, can analyze the search result that's showing up that you want pushed down? Are they able to gauge the metrics and talk it through with you over the phone? Or are you speaking to a sales rep who's just basically looking for churn and burn, and once they've signed you up, they're going to hand you over to a support team manager who also won't really know very much about reputation management or search engine optimization? That could be frustrating. Here with us, you will always deal with me directly. I will answer your calls, I will answer your emails, and I will personally oversee your job. I'll talk you through every aspect of it so that you understand what's going on and it's clear to you. The next thing to consider is, are they offering realistic prices? Now, I know everybody wants a fair price. Some people want a cheap price. Unfortunately, with cheap, when you pay cheap, often that's what you get. You get a cheap, shoddy job. And unfortunately, many of the overseas companies are coming in and offering cheap pricing, one price fits all, $400 or $500 a month. You need to be careful about that because they're using automated solutions which work in the American market, but here in Australia we're .com.au. And a lot of the things that the American companies do with .com domains, pushing up Facebook, pushing up Twitter, you'll see, and then all these other social media profiles, don't work as well here in Australia. Because if you're trying to push down a newspaper such as xyznews.com.au, you need to be focusing on moving up positive content that sits on .com.au. And equally, it can be said that some of the companies that come in from Southeast Asia, they also undercut prices. You need to think, are you willing to take your reputation into that sphere? Now, we're not expensive, but we give a realistic appraisal of the job and we pitch the price realistically to match the complexity of the job. The next thing you need to consider is the company using cutting-edge SEO techniques? Because that's what moves a reputation management job, SEO, search engine optimization. Here, we've been doing search engine optimization for over 12 years. We know our stuff, we're good at it, we've been around a long time, we're always changing and adapting to meet the current Google algorithms. We use cutting-edge SEO techniques. And you'll find that some companies simply don't do that. They're a little bit out of date, although their reputation management sales pitch sounds very cutting edge and up to date. When you look at some of the things that they do, it's not really going to work in the current market. And lastly, be careful of the guarantees. You will see some of the overseas competition coming in and putting a guarantee in front of you, which sounds very good, but when you read through the details of it, they talk about positioning assets to leverage your profile. And these assets are social media profiles, which are set up with automated tools, and they get them ranked on page 2 or 3 of Bing or Yahoo. But your problem's sitting on Google, and you need to know that that is where the action is going to take place. So be careful of some of the guarantees. Don't be sucked in. Don't be sucked in by cheap pricing. Make sure you're speaking to an expert, not a salesperson. Check out their track record. Are they willing to meet you face to face, or do they just want to talk with you over Skype? Another issue is if they're in a different time zone, are you going to be able to call them? Will they answer your emails? So these are all the points that you really need to consider. And if you've got a little bit confused with me talking so quickly, you can look down the page and you can see that I've covered the points in note form. We come out really well on all of these points. So if you give me a ring on 93143224, that's a Sydney number, 02 9314 3224, you'll find that we tick a box on all of those points that I've just discussed. So I look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to getting you a positive result. Thank you.